right, all right. Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. This is going to be today's topic for the 4th of September. I always like to put these out in advance, but for a while we've been like just, the day of or just barely one day beforehand. And I used to always do them 2 days in advance if you're in my time zone. I have a lot of people that watch from other parts of the world. And so I don't want to cheat you guys out of the today's topics in a timely fashion. So, this is for the 4th, even though today, where I'm at, we're in the evening of the 3rd. At midnight, I will put out the one for the 5th, and that's how we'll do it every day. Every day at midnight, we'll go back to putting them out the way I always used to. It's just life got really busy this summer, and I kind of was like always playing catch up. Wheel of Fortune. The message for the 4th of September. This looks really good. There's a turning point. There is some massive alignment. There's all the planets are where they're supposed to be for this thing to happen. Whatever this is, cosmically, solarly, internally, externally, there's everything is clicking into place for a character on the 4th. What is supposed to come to pass, the 4th is the day for it. What does that mean? World card. And this is a little fertility goddess. We have a butterfly flying around her. So it's a day of great fertility. That means almost anything could start to grow. This could be the day that seeds are planted or that something is given birth to, a great idea, for example. We could have the 4th is the day that something a character has been meant to do their whole lives, they start doing on the 4th. This could be the day that somebody who should have changed something in their life, they need to fly somewhere, they need to go somewhere, they need to move to a different part of the world, they need to hop on that plane, they need to go from one location to another. It doesn't have to be far, but it does mean it's a day of change. And it's everything is aligned for it finally at long last. This is very positive. Whatever this change is, the Wheel of Fortune always heralds a positive change if it's upright. It's a chance for the things that are meant for a person, like they've reached a level where they're finally in sync, in harmony, and capable of. Let's say it's when a character becomes qualified to have the amazing things that should be theirs. It's kind of like if we think about it as if we're all children that are growing in the eyes of the universe. The universe is like, hey, listen, you're a great little mortal, but you've had some spiritual growth to do. And now that you've reached a certain level, now I know I can trust you. Now you can be handed the keys to this other amazing piece of your life journey. You've graduated, you've reached a point. And the only reason I'm putting it in this perspective is because this is very much dealing with an adult, right? But it's like the universe still sees us as kids. And it's like, excellent. Everything is aligned. You've reached where you needed to be. You are now qualified for the next chapter of your life. Or everything is in perfect alignment for a character who planted seeds quite some time ago to finally bring about this culmination. We got a 5 of Wands. Big transformation. We have the serpent here. 5 is a number of change. This is somebody who's been thinking. Again, we have the butterfly. Okay, I could say it this way also. We have a character who maybe has finally put all of the components into place for themselves to make this huge move, this huge upgrade, this huge, they could be leaving a location. They could be changing and transforming into the person that they're supposed to be. They could be leaving a Capricorn behind. They could be finally closing out a chapter, but it's not so much about the closing of a chapter as it is the focus here is on the transformation and the forward motion. This is the upgrade. This is where they're supposed to go. This is the direction. It's not about like leaving things behind. The focus is on where they're headed. 3 of Wands is very much about the future. Jessica Rios, happy birthday. Late birthday, sweetheart. Oh, that's awesome. With Juno Wild, great to see you. With this 3 of Wands, this forward motion, this is something, okay, it could be old energy that needed to reemerge in the future. You notice how we have the dinosaurs. So we have things from the past, ancient history, Jurassic times. Is this a place that someone wanted to go for such a long time and they're only just now on September 4th finally able to go, like, back to the future, or um, finally their future holds the things from their past that they actually missed out on? Is that what this is? I mean, maybe this is somebody who's finally reached a level of, um, like on the 4th, they'll reach a level of financial security that allows them to finally recapture some things that they missed out on in their childhood. We have 10 of Pentacles, and this talks about great balance, great abundance, great happiness. This is also, sometimes it's about two people collaborating, both giving the best that they've got to a situation. It's a big turning point, though. The 4th is a day where everything is aligned for a character to finally make the transformation that they needed to. If we go back to that 5 of Wands card, it says this is a spirit land. There's this little tiny piece of script that's been ripped out and saved. I don't know if somebody has carried around with them some inspirational message or a quote or something, a piece of a letter that someone once wrote them, and it has been like tucked in their wallet, tucked in their purse. I mean, sometimes, like, I know I still have like a Chinese fortune, out of a fortune cookie that said something special to me, and I've always kept it. And it's like, wherever I move, I always unearth it again because it's always kept in a box, like some little tiny catch-all, carved box that I have that I just tuck odd little memento things in, and it's like a little box of good luck, if you will. But I have that somewhere. I don't know which box it's in my storage, but it's somewhere in my house, in some box, in another box, in another box. And we all have something like that. But in this case, I wonder if it's words that were important. It's a message. It could be a handwritten message that was given to them by somebody, maybe somebody that loved them. It is something that guided them spiritually, even if the words themselves are not particularly, it doesn't have to be that statement. This is a spirit land. But let's say they held on to a concept, an idea, a handwritten letter, something they tore out of a book, or a newspaper clipping, or something that just spoke to them, and they've carried that around. It could be tangible, or they carried it in their heart, but it was always like the promise that at some point in time everything is going to align, and that's the day that I can finally move toward the thing that I already know I'm supposed to be moving toward. But it has taken time for my life to become arranged to where I could do this. It's taken time before I can finally go into my future, into the past that I missed out on. I don't know exactly what that means. This feels like it could be about a relationship, someone that I met the right person at the wrong time. I couldn't be with them. I had to, other things in my life had to be completed. Cycles had to change. Growth had to happen. I had to evolve, but I always held on to this idea. Tell me about that 5 of Wands card. Ace of Pentacles. It was definitely a promise of someday everything will change. Someday I will be different, and someday I can have this new beginning. This character has held on to a hope, a wish, a prayer. Of course, I'm hearing living on a prayer right now. Hi. I'll be with you in just a moment, my love. Can you wait just a minute for Mama? The baby woke up from his nappy, and he always needs attention when he first wakes up. Come here. Come say hi to the Mama. We have an 8 of Cups. This character had to break free of something. And this is like, I don't know, 20,000 leagues under the sea, but we have, I don't know why, but I'm feeling like someone might have been again and again, kind of like that scene from Little Mermaid, under the sea. Like, why would you ever need to leave when we have everything here? You don't need to walk away from this amazingness. Hi. Good morning. Good evening, my love. I wonder if somebody was told again and again, you don't need to walk away from this. You don't need to change anything. You're happy where you are. I don't know why, but I get that vibe. I loved all the music from Little Mermaid. Such great songs. Love Sebastian. But this feels now I'm thinking Kiss the Girl. I've as an adult, I listened to that song. I think it's just a great piece of music. Um, but this feels like somebody was more or less constantly being persuaded or even partially coerced into, like, you don't need to go anywhere, you don't need to change anything, stay right here. And this person made a promise to themselves, I will not. Someday I'm going to be free of this. Someday I'm going to go have my new beginning. And this little piece of paper that I carry, whether it was a written note from someone, it's the thing that I have promised myself. I will follow through with this. This letter that somebody wrote me, there's some truth in it. And someday I'm going to go there. Someday I'm going to make a change in my life. I'm going to make that be my possibility, be my life. Maybe they carried around a photograph of some beautiful house or someplace that they wanted to live someday. This is somebody with a big old dream. They've wanted this for a long time. What is it? Can I see what the big old dream is? Strength card, Leo energy. They may have been in love with the Leo. They want to go where the Leo is. They've wanted to travel someplace. This looks like, I look at the columns and it looks like either Greece or Italy. I'm sorry, I can't tell if it's like Ionian structure or not. You can look at columns and the way they're carved and see kind of different eras and influences. I'm sorry, I'm not adept enough to know the difference, but this looks more Italian to me. Maybe someone's always said, no, someday I'm going to Italy. Someday I'm going to do this for myself. Or someday I'm going to go and be with that person that I love. Someday I'm going to have everything that I need to feel like I'm a good partner to this amazing Leo. This is my lioness. This will be my woman. This will be my man. This will be my person. Someday I'll be there. The 4th is the day they start moving toward it. Why? What's so magical about the 4th? 9 of Wands, and we got this little bee following their pathway. We got this little bee buzzing along. I don't know if this is going to link into the Taurus storyline or to the Leo storyline, but in the Taurus video, which I'll release right after this, I've already recorded it. It's just been processing. I talked about how a bee can kind of see a pathway that other creatures can't. And so I don't know if that factors in, but they had to just finish this little bit of healing. And on the 9th, for some reason, that was the final little brush up. They're good. They're ready to go. Speaking of ready to go, I have to go take my baby because when he wakes up from his nappy, he needs pets. He needs a walkie. Yeah, I'm coming, my love. You guys, so good to see you. Forgive me for cutting this a little bit short, but I am so enjoying this series of stories so far this week. It's been wonderful. Bye, guys. Take care. I'm coming.